all changed. Oh, and no one's like, I wonder why he's changed. Oh, it must have been his breakfast. It's because he's up for eviction. Of course it is. And he knows that if he's upset you, he knows for a fact that me and you heard the conversation that he was having between you and him. And the crowd booed the shit out of him and chanted, "Get Sammy out."
When?
In the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, I made that up.
No, that's what I heard. I heard it. I heard it,
Jazz.
And
We
now
heard that there was fucking people yesterday saying
and now he knows that he's in deep shit. And because he knows that you are liked in here. Okay, whatever, you're not the favourite, whatever. But you are liked in here.
Oh.
And you are.
Oh, I don't know about that. But
You are.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get this. I don't forget about that. Let's say, for argument's sake, that you are liked in here, and you are one of the most popular housemates in here. And he has made a beeline for you. He's give you a whole heap of banter because he knew he couldn't go out week 1. All of a sudden, he's up for eviction. It's all changed. Josie's best mate making bubble baths, like fucking jumping in our bed, wants to know what's going on between me and you, doing it in a nicer way, coming in along to see if you're right. Bullshit. Bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit.
I didn't realise he was going to get upset like that. Otherwise, I would never have. Because he was laughing about it. He thought it was funny.
Because the reason why I didn't continue to laugh because I wasn't bitching about him. Everything I said, I meant. I meant every word of it. Every single word I said, and I went into the diary room and just rattled off everything again. I
think because like you were the only ones that stuck up for him against me, and like you were there for him, whatever, and you were making excuses for him, which you were.
Yeah, I know.
And you were trying to stick up for him, even though he did call me a fat slag, and he did like say the things
and now I regret all that.
No, listen, like. He thinks that you're like his #1 friend in here.
I was until he used me just now. He used me.
But John James, like,
he thought that
do you know what? Right, the thing where I'm coming from is that says a lot about you, doesn't it? Because at the end of the day, last week he was calling me a fat slag, like all those names, which you thought was out of order. So why were you making excuses for him then?
Because I didn't want people to fucking judge him just yet. He'd only been in here 5 minutes. I wanted to give him a chance, and I had a word with him in the kitchen. I told him to stop insulting you, and he did. I had words with him. I sorted him. I tried to sort him, like, to try. I knew that he respected me on some level. Yeah. I knew that he thought he was his friend. And when it got out of hand, and I saw that you were legitimately hurt and not laughing about the situation because you come and told me that you were hurt. That's when I stepped in, and I did. And I had words with him in the kitchen, and he hasn't said a word since.
No.
But when he called you a fat slag in the first place, you called him "Where's Wally?" and had a little bit of a chuckle about it. And then he said that you couldn't wear Speedos because it should be illegal. Hey, when things like that. You can't say, and I looked at you and I went like this. I went, and you just laughed. So I'm like,
well,
okay.
What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, but I'm like, okay. Well, you got to look at it from my point of view. I was like horrified that he said that, and you just
but
went.
you did like.
The thing is, it's not John's battle, is it? It's your battle.
Yeah,
but if you're not going to fight it, he's not going to join in.
But I was willing to. But I knew that he.
And I did. Now, like you totally change your opinion on it.
I've changed my opinion because he used me. He used our situation to his advantage. Yeah. He did. And if you can't see that, then whatever. But I can see that.
Oh, I know he was only in there for airtime. I just told him that.
Then that's what's... But you don't like being insulted. I don't mind being insulted. That's where you get really angry. You got accused of being fake and shit like that. That's where you got really angry. Where I get really angry is if people use my friendship for this fucking program. That's where I get angry. And if I found out if him or Davo or you had done the same thing, you'd be copping the same treatment. Because I will not be used for this fucking show. I refuse. And if I found out that anyone was using me for the show, then I'd tell them exactly the same thing. Because I would never ever do that to any of my friends. Inside or outside here. My friends are my friends, and he was one of them. And he used me because he wasn't interested. I don't believe that he was interested. And he said that Josie's my friend. You don't call your friend, like, fat slags and that. You just don't.
I'm staying out of it. Hey, babe. No, they're in the nest.
It doesn't fucking help if the two bench living there.
It's freezing in this bedroom tonight.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It's bloody horrible.
Still smells of gas.
Just saying everything to his face,
Yeah, I did.
Is what pissed me off.
I did say you were going to say everything to his face.
He can choose not to believe that if he wants. I don't really care. But I know, and everybody in there knows, and everybody here knows that I would say anything.
But I think he kind of looks up to you in a way.
Then why didn't he get out of the room? You saw how angry I was when he was in there. Why didn't he listen to me? He meant to me with my mate. I asked him to leave. He didn't leave. I picked him up. I thought left. Then he came out here. And he came back in again. I told him to fuck off again. And then he stood by the window. Because he just couldn't have it that he wasn't involved. He just could not have it. He wanted to be part.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree with that.
Well, then that's my problem. So if you agree with that, then that's my problem. I'm just getting angry about it than what everyone else is.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I said to him, we thought you were...
If I thought he was sincere...
I don't, for some reason, I don't know why, I just don't feel that he is sucking up my ass.
Well, that's your decision.
I think he might like me.
That's your decision.
But Joe, did you think that a week ago?
No.
Why think that now?
Did you like him a week ago?
No.
I think he does like you, but I don't think he cares about you.
No. No, exactly, and that's what that.
He told me in there that he said he wanted to see if you're right because he cares about you. That is utter bullshit. He does not give a flying.
But the thing is, I was all right. Like I wasn't even in a pith.
Yeah, but I didn't care what you thought.
Yeah,
I think
but he didn't know that. He just wanted to see what was going on. And we all said
about that. I thought you meant you didn't care about what he did.
Yeah, I know, but it's like
But everybody in here was curious to know why you stormed off into the bedroom.
But I didn't even storm off. That's the way I just.
But everybody here thought you did.
That must be where I walk, and it was like when you two come into the bedroom, it was like you were trying to make a bonfire with no wood.
No, because everybody in here thought that you did, didn't they?
That's why
I was in bed.
We thought there was something wrong.
I was in bed and we didn't know what.
Whether there was or wasn't is a different matter.
That's right.
But
everybody thought that.
But we've got to stop making the house feel uncomfortable.
No, you don't make the house feel uncomfortable. It's nothing to do with that. All anyone said was, look, if you had a problem, we didn't know whether you did or didn't. Like everyone thought that possibly like you was pissed off or whatever, and whether you were or weren't is not the matter. But it was just the fact that he had to get involved. He couldn't leave it. He had to go in. When he got sent out, he had to come out.
And even I sat here, and I wasn't even willing. I knew I was just going to give you a minute. And even I sat here and just waited. I was just going to wait a few minutes, and I was going to talk.
And he told him, he's like, Sammy, don't go in.
Yeah, and he's like this. He's like, oh, so what's going on in the lover's stiff? I said, just fuck off for a bit, Sammy.
I think what's happened today is like because it's been such a boring day, you get time to like think about things, and then when I think about things, try and analyse them like John does. I go a bit twisted, me. I'm like that's why I don't ever analyse anything because if I do sit there and think all day, I do.
But I know. But when I came in there and I told Sammy to fuck off out the room, I know you thought I was out of order. But if you had heard him he come up to me and he goes, "So what's going on in the lover's tiff?" And I'm like, "Sammy, just fuck off for a bit." I'm like, I'm not talking to you about it. Just fuck off for a bit. So what did he do? He got up straight away. He sat there for a couple of seconds. Because I didn't tell him nothing, he got up and he walked in there. I said, Sammy, are you going to speak to Josie? He didn't answer me. I said, don't go and speak to Josie. And he went in there. He went in there straight on the end of your bed. Because he wanted to know. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't say to me, he
just does it for a bit of it. Because
yeah, but I'm not having a bar about Josie.
But I told you this last week.
Yeah, but I'm not interested in people that are here for airtime.
Hello? I told you this last week, John. You were fine with it. You were making every excuse.
No, I wasn't fine with it. I was just willing to give him a little bit more of a chance than everybody else because I wanted to wait and see for myself. Now I've seen it.
But the thing is, like, yeah, he does.
Okay, well, you worked him out quicker than I did.
Yeah, all right.
So what?
But the only thing I don't like, I just don't like seeing anyone upset, and I think he thinks that you're his like #1 buddy in here. So
I was until he did that. I'm not happy about that, Josie. I'm not happy about people using me for airtime. And as long as everybody knows that and everybody thinks that, then I feel a hell of a lot better.
I feel even a bit sick in the head even thinking about airtime and things like that.
Which is exactly how I felt. But I didn't think that he was in the beginning. I was willing to just wait and see. Wait and see how it goes.
Dave warned us all, and I said to him, I was like, Dave, you heard what I said to Dave.
You got to remember, Josie.
Dave said the exact same thing. I was like, Dave, you can't say any of that shit until it happens. until it happens, you've got to give him a chance. You've got to let it happen. I was like, you can't say he is going to do this, he is going to do that, he is going to piss people off until it happens. And it's happened, and then people have dealt with it how they said it was. Like, I said to Dave straight up, I wanted to give him a chance. I wanted him to like do everything, and that is exactly what I've done. When I've had a problem, like today, was the first time I've actually felt pissed off, and I said what I had to say. Everyone thought it was a fucking laugh because I've not been like that. Because generally everything that I've do you know what I mean? You sat there and laughed in my fucking face. I was sat right next to you, and that's exactly what you did in my face. Do you know what I mean? But I felt that when I had something to say, I said it to him. Yeah. Like I waited. Yeah. I didn't judge him like what everyone said, what Dave was saying, he is going to do this, he is going to do that. I was like, no, I'll wait till he does.
That's what he said, but I think because he heard John James, he looks up to John James, doesn't he?
Of course he does.